Rich Man, Poor Man, Book 2.
But I have been sitting here all morning, and I have yet to see, hear, or smell one piece of new evidence.
If you'd shut your mouth long enough to let me finish a line of questioning, I assure you I'll get you enough evidence.
Don't you tell me how to behave myself.
I'm not telling you where step is.
Wes has got his own problems.
Billy, I had something special with Wes. And I just want to find out if he felt the same way, too. Please help me.
Wes is in Las Vegas.
Well, let's go. Time to get the bad guys.
That's the last thing Tom said to me before he died. Are you sure you didn't discharge her because she threatened to expose your bribery of various Justice Department prosecutors?
No.
Because she was bitter and vindictive over the fact that you tired of her as your mistress?
That is a lie.
Sarah Hunt meant nothing to me at all. Nothing. She was a release, that's all.
For 9 years?
Did Charles Estep direct you to open Swiss bank accounts for various Justice Department prosecutors?
No, he never did.
I wish I could say that we were even now, Senator. But you've just started to bleed.
They're waiting. Well, as you all probably know, the subcommittee has voted to abandon the investigation of bribery in the Justice Department. That means I am forced to disband my staff. To say that I appreciate everything you've done to help me prepare for these hearings would be totally inadequate. But the hours you put in and the loyalty you gave me weren't wasted. Charles Estep will get everything he deserves. And it will be largely because of your efforts. There is no way I can repay you except to say thank you. All of you. For working so hard. And caring. So much. Come in.
I'll only take a minute.
I have plenty of time.
I'm sorry about the investigation. Do you want me to stay on till the end of the week?
Yeah, Ken still needs a secretary. How's Ramona been acting lately?
Well, to tell you the truth, I've been too busy to notice. Why?
Nothing. All right. Let's regroup.
Well, that was a short wake.
I'm not very good at funerals, especially my own. For now, we'll have to forget those justice lawyers Estep bribed. Without Franklin, there's no way to tie him to that.
Any idea why Franklin changed his testimony?
Estep got to him.
How?
That is the first order of business. Somebody leaked Franklin's name to Estep. I want to know who.
Well, I'm putting my money on that distinguished senator from Oklahoma.
I don't think so. Dylan was as surprised as the rest of us when Franklin sandbagged me. Nope. It was someone else. Someone who had access to that evidence.
Well, I'll start compiling a list. It shouldn't take long. There weren't that many to know.
All right, now, where do we stand on Albert Dietrich?
One giant computerized zero.
We have something there, Ken. I just don't know what it is.
Well, I ran his name through the FBI computer. Zip. Same with Interpol. There are no fugitive warrants. He's not on any war crimes list. For all intents and purposes, Albert Dietrich does not exist.
I know he entered this country the same time his daughter did. And I'm positive that it was Dietrich who gave Estep that $6 million to start Tricor. Whether it was a payoff or blackmail, I don't know. Yes. Ask her to come in.
Hi.
Kate Jordash, Ken Katani.
Hello.
I called your hotel. They said you checked out.
Afraid I wasn't going to say goodbye.
The thought crossed my mind, you being a lady given to impulses.
Where are you going?
Colorado.
When do you leave?
We're booked on the noon flight.
We?
Yep. We don't have much time. You've still got to pack.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yes, you are. You're going to Aspen to do some skiing.
That sounds like a terrific idea.
Kate, I have too much work to do.
You know, it might be a good idea for you to get away for a while, boss. You know, recharge the old batteries.
What is this, a conspiracy?
Don't have time to argue, Senator?
Hey,
May I respectfully submit that you get the hell out of here so that I can get started on round two?
I don't believe this.
You know, I'm tired of seeing you walk through that door. I did my bit for Mr. Estep. I don't want to ever see your ugly face again.
You won't. Unless I happen to be in Detroit for some reason.
Detroit.
We're merging Greenway into a larger record company. It's based in Detroit. You'll be president. At $200,000 a year. Plus all the fringes, stock options, unlimited expense account. Mr. Estep's way of saying thank you for killing your stepfather's investigation. Considerably more than 30 pieces of silver, wouldn't you say, Abbott?
Shut up.
A little twinge of conscience? Start counting your winnings. You'll be so busy you won't even notice it.
All right. You've delivered your message. Now get out.
Mr. Estep also has ambitious plans for Annie Adams. Keep 3 weeks open on her schedule after the 12th.
Why?
She'll be appearing at the Tricor Hotel.
No, she won't.
Part of the big build-up. Main room, lots of publicity. Anyway, Mr. Estep wants her in Las Vegas on the 12th.
Yeah. Well, you tell Mr. Estep that I'm not jumping through his hoop anymore.
Abbott. Just because you performed one service for Mr. Estep, don't think he's finished with you. You're part of his family now. a valued member.
Pass.
I'm afraid he's the only one who decides when you've outlived your value. Now that business is out of the way, permit me to get personal for a moment. Remember when I said I owed you for that roundhouse you delivered? Well, since this is the day of new beginnings, it seems appropriate to pay off old debts, gentlemen. All in all, it's been a pleasure working with you, Abbott. Don't worry, I won't leave any marks.
Diane.
I was just gonna close my eyes for a minute.
What are you doing here? How'd you get in?
I told your landlady I was your sister.
How did you find me?
Oh, Wes, don't be mad. I had to see you
Why?
because I missed you. And I waited and waited to hear from you, and when I didn't...
Maybe there's a reason you didn't.
I just wanted a chance to tell you how I feel about you.
Does your mother know where you are?
Don't say things like that. You make me sound like a child.
You're 16, Diane. That hardly qualifies you for Medicare.
Well, I was old enough for you in Whitby. Or do you want to forget about us going to bed together?
Diane, I'm not here to see the shows. I've got something to do.
I'll help you.
You can't help me. All you can do is get in the way, and I don't have time to take care of you.
Wes, I love you. I can't help it. It's the way I feel.
It's not the way I feel, Diane.
Please don't say things like that.
It's the truth. Sorry you came all this way for nothing.
There was a good movie on the plane.
How much money do you have?
Couple dollars, maybe $5.
I got enough for your bus fare. I don't know if they show movies, but at least it'll get you home.
I'm not going home.
You're not staying here.
Oh, Wesley. Just give us a chance. And if you don't care about me after a while, I'll leave. But I'll make you happy, I promise.
You're going home.
There's nothing there for me.
Whether you believe it or not, there's nothing for you here.
Ramona? Hi.
Miss Porter.
Is it okay if I just park this here for a while? I just came right from the airport.
Sure.
So, how do you enjoy working for the senator?
I'll be leaving at the end of the week.
Oh.
Well, with the investigation canceled, there's really not much need for me.
Right. How's he taking it? Oh, never mind. It's okay. I'll find out for myself. Is it okay if I just go right on?
Miss Porter, Senator Jordache isn't here.
Oh. Was the Senate in session?
No,
Committee meeting?
not exactly.
This sounds top secret. CIA, huh?
Colorado.
What?
He's in Colorado. He left this morning. He tried to call you, but your office said you hadn't come in yet.
Oh, I didn't go into the office. I came right here instead.
Well, I guess he didn't think to try your apartment. He left in a hurry. It was kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing.
Yeah, I bet I know the spur.
Excuse me?
Where in Colorado?
Aspen?
Bingo. Thank you, Ramona. I didn't mean to put you through 20 questions. Bye.
Would you like to leave a message or something?
No message, thanks. No, on second thought, tell the senator. I hope he breaks something he can't replace.
Are you all right?
I must be getting old. Oh, where does the time go? Seems like just yesterday I was in college. A friend and I were gonna open a ski rental place, make a fortune.
What happened?
A slight financial problem. My father, the man Dickens used as a model for Scrooge, was actually going to lend us the money, $3,000, I think.
And?
An emergency came up. We had to use it for that.
What kind of emergency?
I forget.
You are getting old. Losing your memory in the middle of a story.
It wasn't a very funny story anyway. I don't know what made me think of it. All right, let's go.
Did it have something to do with Tom? Is that why you stopped?
It's not important, Kate.
Tom got into a scrap, and you lost your one chance of becoming a millionaire.
I made up for it. Okay. Come on. I'm in the mood to hit the slopes again.
Well, I'm glad I didn't rent the chalet for any more than 3 days. I'd hate to see your estate paying for something you wouldn't get much use out of.
I have never felt so sore and so good in my life.
Wait till tomorrow morning.
Oh. You were right. I needed some time away from that snake pit. The way that investigation just collapsed. I didn't really know how hard it hit me until I was out on the slopes today.
Well, you were wound up like a spring. It would have snapped sooner or later.
Probably never even noticed it till they carted me off to the booby hatch, babbling madly about Charles Estep.
Let it rest for a while, Rudy.
I intend to. 2 glorious days of nothing but bitter cold, humiliating falls, and aching muscles.
Well, it's a nice way to keep your mind off of things.
can see why you love it here.
Well, it was the right place at the right time.
You know, there's a part of me, granted a small part, that's tempted to chuck it all. Washington, the Senate, even Mr. Estep. Just settle for a less hectic existence.
That's fatigue talking. Helped maybe a little by the wine.
Probably. But it still sounds tempting.
Rudy Jordache, ski bum.
Has a certain ring to it. Thank you for shanghaiing me. Your daughter's gorgeous.
Yeah. Janie likes you.
Today, with you and Janie. Nice feeling. Like a family.
Tom never spoke much about his childhood. I guess that was because it wasn't very happy for him. Or you.
It was a little better for me. I was always the favorite. Never could figure out why. Maybe because I was the firstborn. Didn't make for a lot of closeness.
Did you love one another as children?
Not in the winter. We slept in the same bed. He'd always wind up with all the covers, just roll over and wrap himself up, and then I'd just lie there and freeze.
Rudy? I'm in no emotional mood for a romance.
I agree. Especially with Tom's brother.
He is a fact of our lives.
He'd always be between us.
And I'm afraid that would be just too heavy to handle.
Here's to our toast. To friendship.
Lots of it.
Well, Mrs. Jordache, this old-timer is gonna find some rubbing alcohol and hit the sack.
Me too.
Good night.
See you in the morning.
try this one.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I said, why don't you try this machine?
That's all right.
Well, I've been priming it for the last 15 minutes. It's a sure payoff.
I'll stick with this one. I feel lucky tonight.
You see?
Congratulations.
Yours. Yeah, I said to myself, right before I put in that last quarter, I said, this is for the young lady.
You always talk to yourself?
Well, it's a habit I get into on the road.
Are you a salesman?
I'm in ladies' shoes.
Oh.
That usually gets a pretty good laugh. Hey. Don't you want your winnings?
Well,
Why don't we put them to good use? Use them for dinner. Well, that is if you haven't eaten and you're hungry.
why not? Harvey?
Nightcap?
A short one.
Brandy?
Fine. And what's on the agenda for tomorrow?
I don't know. Anything we'd like to do? A little tennis, maybe? Lying around a pool? Here you go.
Thank you.
We could even just lie around here and see what they're about.
I thought I'd do some shopping tomorrow. What's the name of the new place? Gregory's, that's it.
Tell me, Claire, how long are we going to play this little game? And we go out, we talk about the show we saw, the food we ate, the people we met, and everything seems fine. And we get back here, and suddenly we become a pair of perfect strangers. Happen to share the same bed to sleep on.
I'm not interested in a soul-searching conversation.
What about our marriage? You still have a passing interest in that?
I'm not sure.
All right. All right. I had an affair with my secretary.
You make it sound like a one-night stand. It lasted 9 years.
I can't do anything about that, Claire, as much as I would like to. But I love you too much to just watch it disintegrate. That's why we came here to Las Vegas, isn't it? To sort things out, to make a fresh start. Work with me, sweetheart. Please.
I don't know how to work with someone I've never really known. You said all the right things, you do all the right things, but I can't stop myself from wondering. Is it because you love me, or is it because you're afraid I'll tell Senator George Ashe exactly what he wants to know?
You wouldn't do that. Senator, come in.
Good evening.
Drink?
Well, since this is a victory celebration of sorts, I suppose that might be fitting.
Scotch, isn't it?
Yeah, fine. Presidential suite. Although I suppose I'm the highest-ranking official to grace these premises.
I'm afraid not.
You do have a wide circle of friends, don't you, Charles? Hey, did you see George Ashe's face when his star witness called him a liar? I'd like to have a picture of that for my trophy room. I'd hang it right next to a moose that I bagged up in Canada. Only you know what? The moose was tougher to bring down. George Ashe was a clay pigeon. Thanks. Well, here's to the distinguished junior senator from the great state of New York, and may he never find out what hit him.
I'm afraid he's just stunned. Now's the time to put him away for good.
Oh, the investigation's dead. I delivered the eulogy this morning.
I want him buried right alongside it.
Well, that's a pretty tall order.
Yeah, you got John Franklin's testimony. A United States senator tried to coerce a private citizen into giving false testimony before a Senate committee. Now, if that isn't a matter for the Judiciary Committee, I don't know what is.
Charles, let's just back up a minute, okay? We both know that Franklin lied on the stand. You did bribe those Justice Department lawyers.
Well, Franklin will say whatever we want him to say.
Yeah.
Start pushing for the hearing on George Ashe.
Oh, I don't know, Charles. He'll fight like a bobcat in heat. Thanks to him, my image ain't the cleanest on the Hill. Another thing, Charles. Seems like the deeper into your business I get, the more mud I have to wash off.
Senator, I am at present holding $500,000 worth of stock options in your sister's name. The day that George Ashe goes down for the count, I'll sign them over.
Well, Charles, $500,000 will buy an awful lot of soap.
Yes, it will. What's wrong? What are you doing here?
I thought it was you, and I opened my eyes, and he was standing there watching me.
I didn't mean to frighten the lady. I was just making my rounds. I didn't know anybody was in here.
Well, it was just a mix-up. There's nothing to worry about.
Well, are you two just gonna stand around and watch me shake, or can I have some privacy?
Of course.
Miss Estep, I'm...
Charles, make him go.
Gentlemen, please.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It won't happen again. I'm sorry.
Well, I better get back to my rounds, Mr.
I'm not finished with you yet. We'll talk further on that matter.
Yes, of course.
Good night.
Good night, Charles.
What the hell were you doing in my wife's bedroom?
Mr. Estep, it was like I said, I came up...
You were assigned to the counting room. You were specifically told to stay off this floor.
Well,
So what were you doing up here?
Well, I heard you checked in, and I just came up here to see if
To sniff around, see what you could find out about me?
Oh, no, sir, no way. No, I just wanted to meet you in person, and I wanted to thank you for the way you helped me. Really.
Mr. Falconetti, I'm much too bright to believe that. And you're much too bright to think that I would.
Thanks.
How are your friends going?
They call me Anthony.
Want a drink, Anthony?
Yes, sir. If it's all right, sir. Thank you.
What can I get you?
Bourbon would be fine.
Straight or with ice?
Just bourbon.
Anthony, if we're going to have any kind of working relationship with each other, we're going to have to learn to be completely honest with one another.
Yes, sir.
Sit down. Make yourself comfortable. I can understand your curiosity about all of this. And after all, why did I help you to leave Hoboken after that unfortunate incident with, what was that man's name again?
Oh, listen, sir. The Hoboken police had that all fouled up. I wasn't involved in that thing.
Anthony. The name of the man you killed.
Dwyer? Roy Dwyer?
That's the name.
Mr. Estep, that was in
That's beside the point. Now go on, sit down. Relax, drink your drink. Go on. You see, Anthony, I went to a great deal of expense and considerable personal risk in helping you. Because I think you could make a valuable member of my team.
Well, I'd like that, sir.
And the first thing that people who work for me learn is to follow orders.
I'm sorry about what happened in the bedroom with...
No harm done. Besides, it gave us a chance to talk, understand one another. I believe that we have a mutual interest.
You mean, Jordache?
Yeah, Senator Jordache.
Well, you know, he framed me for 5 years.
And killed his brother.
I didn't have anything...
I think that's commendable.
Look, the one... Excuse me, what did you say, sir?
I said I think that's commendable. If he's anything like the senator, he probably deserved it.
Why did you bring me to Las Vegas?
To keep the senator from hounding you back into prison. He's a very dangerous man.
I've been trying to tell people that for years, and nobody will ever listen.
I'm listening, Anthony. But then I don't need any convincing. I already know it.
What is it you wanted me to do?
Be patient.
For how long, sir?
Until I'm finished with him.
And then what, Mr. Estep?
He's all yours.
To you, sir.
Hello.
Rudy?
Yes. Ken?
I thought you'd be on the slopes by now.
No, not yet.
Well, I think you better turn in your lift ticket.
Why, what's up?
Senator Dillon's on a rampage. He's demanding that the Senate Judiciary Committee investigate you for tampering with Franklin's testimony.
What?
He says, and I quote, "I am concerned and fearful that Senator Jordache has used the United States Senate to launch a personal vendetta against Charles Estep. In the interest of justice, I want Senator Jordache to have every opportunity to clear his name and preserve the reputation of this esteemed body. Unquote.
All right. I'll catch the first plane out. Have a car meet me at Dulles.
Rudy, I'm sorry I had to start your day off with something like this.
Yeah, well, at least I'm wide awake. Goodbye. Round 2 started sooner than I anticipated.
First plane out.
Yeah.
Well, it's one good thing. It doesn't leave much time for second thoughts.
Do you have some?
Don't you?
A few. 1,000.
Do you feel as awkward as I do?
A bit.
Maybe it's the cold morning light. Without the warmth of the fire and the wine to make it seem...
Seem what?
natural. Right.
Are you saying we were both too drunk to know what we were doing?
I wish I could. But I'm afraid I was cold, stone sober.
That makes 2 of us. You want to forget last night?
Do you?
We seem to be asking each other a lot of questions, then answering them with more questions.
It's safer that way.
Is that what you want to be? Safe? I just did it again.
No. I don't want to be safe. But I don't want to be sorry either.
Kate. Last night,
Yeah.
I found myself wondering...
Wondering if I was comparing you with Tom? Huh? Well, I did the same kind of wondering. I did. About me and Maggie.
We sound like a couple of high school kids in the back of a 47 Dodge.
Maybe it's good that you're going back to Washington. I think we need some time to think about just how important last night really was.
Whatever answer we come up with, I am not sorry about last night.
Me neither.